We live in a world that demands our instant reactions. News bombards us, social media buzzes with opinions. Every day, something or someone urges us to take a side, speak out, or jump into action. We're wired to respond, quickly, emotionally, often without thinking. But what if we paused? What if instead of reacting, we started questioning? Picture a typical day. You're scrolling through your phone, a headline grabs you. Scientists discover shocking truth or outrageous injustice uncovered. Your first instinct is to share it, get angry, or rally behind it. Your finger hovers over the post button. Hold on. What if you read past the headline? What if you asked, is this true? Where did it come from? Who was behind it? Here's a real-life example. My neighbor Sarah came to me one evening fuming. "Did you hear? Someone poisoned all the dogs in the next town. It's awful. We need to protest." Her eyes were blazing. I asked, "Sarah, where did you hear this?" She said, "The neighborhood chat. Everyone's furious." I suggested, "Let's check a few news sites and call the local animal shelter." 15 minutes later, we learned someone had tossed out spoiled food, one dog got sick but survived, and the story had been blown out of proportion. Sarah calmed down and started thinking. The idea that the chat could be wrong hadn't crossed her mind. Questioning isn't weakness, it's strength. It's stopping before you leap into the abyss. It's asking yourself a question before you act. We're flooded with information daily, from friends, TV, the internet. Much of it is just someone's opinion, perceptions, or even outright lies. If we swallow it all without a second thought, we become puppets, easily swayed, easily manipulated. Think about how often you've heard stories that turned out to be nonsense. A miracle product that's useless, a dangerous vaccine that saves lives, a scary neighbor who's just a quiet retiree. Every time we stop questioning, we open the door to being fooled. So how do you start questioning? It's simple, but takes practice. First, pause. Before you react, take a deep breath. Count to 10. Give your brain a moment to catch up. Second, ask why. Why am I hearing this? Who benefits if I believe it? What's the goal of this message? If something stirs up strong emotions, fear, anger, excitement, that's a red flag. Emotions are a manipulator's best tool. Third, look for evidence. Not just words, facts, numbers, sources. If someone claims scientists proved it, ask which scientist? What study? Can I check it? If they say everyone knows this, ask who's everyone? How do they know? This isn't about being a cynic who trusts nothing. It's about being smart and careful. Imagine buying a new phone. You don't grab the first one you see, right? You read reviews, compare specs, check ratings. You question before spending your money. Why don't we do the same with information that shapes our beliefs, decisions, and relationships? Information is currency, and its cost can be steep. I once overheard a guy in a store line bragging about his friend who won $1 million in the lottery using a special number combo from a wise old man. People around him were hooked, some already reaching for their wallets to buy tickets. I asked, "Are you sure your friend won $1 million? Have you seen the money?" He hesitated. Turns out, he heard the story from someone who heard it from someone else. The special combo was just random numbers. The crowd's instant reaction was, "Wow, I gotta try that." A quick question saved them from chasing a fairy tale. Skepticism isn't about rejecting everything. It's about demanding proof. It's not distrust, it's clarity. It's saying, "I don't know yet," or "I need more info," instead of blindly agreeing. Science thrives on this. Scientists don't accept a theory until it's tested, retested, and backed by evidence. They question their own conclusions to find truth. If they didn't, we'd still think the earth is flat. What happens when we react without questioning? We become predictable. We're easily provoked. We fall into traps of stereotypes and biases. We split the world into us and them, black and white. We lose the ability to think deeply, see nuances, or understand complex situations. Online arguments are a perfect example. People lash out over key words or emotions, not the actual point. He said that, he's the enemy. No one stops to ask what was meant, in what context, or if the other side might share their values but express them differently. Questioning your own snap judgment can open the door to real conversation. Make a habit of checking information. Before sharing a news story, see what other trusted sources say. If someone pitches a miracle cure, ask a doctor. If you're promised easy money, ask why everyone isn't doing it. Sounds too good to be true? It probably is. This applies to personal relationships too. How often do we snap at a loved one without understanding their words? They say something sharp and we get hurt, shut down, or bite back. But what if they're just tired? What if their words were misread? Questioning your first reaction, what if this isn't what I think, can save relationships. My friend Alex almost blew up at his wife over nothing. He saw her smiling at another guy in a cafe. His gut screamed jealousy, betrayal. He was ready to start a fight. But he paused. He asked her, "Who are you talking to so happily?" Turns out it was an old classmate she hadn't seen in years, swapping school memories. If Alex had reacted without questioning, he'd have said things he'd regret. A moment of doubt saved their evening and their marriage. Questioning doesn't make you indecisive. It makes you wise. It lets you base decisions on facts, not feelings. It gives you control, keeping you from being a pawn in someone else's game. It opens your eyes to the world's complexity, showing nothing is as simple as it seems. Many think questioning means hesitating or overthinking. Not true. It's an active process, seeking, checking, analyzing. It's not about refusing to believe, it's about demanding answers. Take health fads, for instance. You hear about miracle cures or diets promising instant weight loss. The knee-jerk reaction? I need this. People buy sketchy supplements or follow crazy advice, only to face disappointment, wasted money, or worse, health problems. My Aunt Linda fell for this. She bought a quantum water activator for a fortune, sold on claims it would cure everything. The seller sounded so convincing, tossing around scientific terms. Linda never questioned it. She drank the activated water for months until her health got worse. A doctor told her it was just a glass tube, useless. Her illness had progressed untreated. If she'd questioned the claims, checked reliable sources, or asked a doctor, she'd have saved money and time. Stop reacting, start questioning is intellectual self-defense. We're drowning in information noise. Everyone's selling their idea, product, or agenda. Without a filter, we're overwhelmed, stuck in someone else's distorted reality. Here's how to make questioning a habit. First, spot your reaction. Notice when you feel a strong urge to act, speak, or judge based on new info, whether it's anger, fear, or excitement. Second, pause to question. Take a breath and ask, what if this isn't true? Where's it from? Is the source trustworthy? Does it fit what I know? Third, dig for proof. Don't just doubt, search. Compare perspectives. Find facts to back or debunk the claim. For health, check medical journals or trusted sites. For news, read outlets with different leaning. Authority doesn't always mean truth. Famous or powerful people can be wrong or have hidden motives. Question everyone, even those you respect, not out of disrespect, but to find the truth. You also need to question your own biases. We all have beliefs shaped by our lives, acting like lenses that color how we see the world. These can blind us. I once met someone convinced all modern medicine was toxic chemicals harming people. He only read stuff backing his view, dismissing medical breakthroughs. His reaction to any drug news? They're poisoning us. I urged him to question that, to look at lives saved by antibiotics or cancer treatments. He resisted, but later admitted he was thinking twice. He didn't flip his stance, but he started asking questions instead of rejecting everything. That's the start of real doubt. Questioning is the key to critical thinking. It shields you from propaganda, ads, fake news, and scams. It helps you make thoughtful choices, not impulsive ones. It builds stronger relationships by fostering understanding over missteps. This isn't just for scientists or philosophers, it's for everyone. It stops panic, rumors, and costly mistakes. When a TV financial guru pushes a surefire investment, your gut says, act now. But questioning, why is he so sure? What's the risk? Are there other opinions? Could save your savings. Adopt a prove-it mindset. Treat unproven claims as guesses, not facts. Don't demand proof something's false. Demand proof it's true. That's the heart of skepticism and science. When someone says everyone knows, ask, who's everyone? How do they know? It's often just a trick to sound convincing. When you're offered the only truth or the ultimate solution, doubt it. Truth is rarely that simple. Most issues have many sides. Say you hear, our side's always right, theirs is always wrong. Your instinct might be to cheer for your team, but question it. Are we always right? Don't they ever have a point? This can lead to a fairer view. Seeing truth often lies in the middle, with room for different angles. Skepticism isn't cynicism that trashes everything good or nihilism that rejects all values. It's a tool for truth. It filters out lies, errors, and manipulation, letting you see clearly and choose wisely. Use it daily, and you'll feel more in control, more confident. Let's take it to the workplace. You're in a meeting and your boss pitches a new strategy as game-changing. Everyone nods, swept up in the enthusiasm. But what if it's flawed? Questioning doesn't mean challenging your boss rudely. It means asking, can we see the data behind this? What's worked elsewhere? What are the risks? I saw this play out at a friend's company. Her team was ready to sink thousands into a flashy marketing campaign because the consultant's pitch was so slick. My friend asked, have we seen results from similar campaigns? What's the return on investment? A quick check showed the consultant's last campaign flopped. Her question saved the company a costly mistake. Or think about parenting. Kids are exposed to endless information, friends, YouTube, social media. My cousin's son came home insisting a new energy drink would make him smarter and faster because a famous athlete endorsed it. Instead of banning it, my cousin sat him down. Let's look at the ingredients. What does the science say? Is this athlete a doctor? They found the drink was mostly sugar and caffeine, with no real benefits. Her son learned to question celebrity claims, a lesson that'll stick with him. Skepticism even helps with big life decisions. Buying a house, you might fall for a realtor's pitch about a perfect property. But pause. Ask, what's the inspection report say? Are there hidden costs? What's the neighborhood's history? A friend of mine nearly bought a dream home until he questioned the low price. A quick search revealed flood risks the realtor didn't mention. His doubt saved him from a financial disaster.
It's also about navigating social pressures. At a party, someone might push you to join a cause or sign a petition. The vibe is urgent, everyone's doing it. But questioning, what's this cause really about? Where's the money going? Can I read the fine print? Keeps you from being swept along. I once saw a group at a community event collecting signatures for a Save the Park campaign. It sounded noble, but I asked for details. Turns out, it was a front for a developer's plan to privatize part of the park. A few questions expose the truth. Skepticism shines in online shopping, too. That limited-time deal on a gadget, it's tempting to click buy before it's gone. But ask, is this site legit? Are the reviews real? Is this price too good to be true? My coworker got burned ordering a discounted laptop from a flashy website. A quick check on a scam tracking site could have saved her $300. Questioning protects your wallet. Even in casual conversations, skepticism keeps you grounded. A friend might swear by a new productivity hack they saw on a blog. Before you rearrange your life, ask, does this work for everyone? What's the evidence? Has it been tested? I tried a morning routine trend that promised laser focus, waking up at 5 a.m., meditating, journaling. It sounded life-changing, but after a week of exhaustion, I questioned its universal appeal. Turns out, it didn't fit my night owl nature. A little doubt helped me find what actually worked. Questioning also diffuses conflict. In heated debates, politics, religion, you name it, people cling to their views like life rafts. But asking, why do I believe this? Could I be missing something? What's their reasoning can cool things down. I watched two coworkers argue over a policy change, each refusing to budge. One finally asked, okay, why do you think this won't work? That simple question shifted the shouting match to a real discussion. They didn't agree, but they understood each other better. Skepticism's role in history is worth noting. People once believed diseases came from bad air or curses. Skeptics like Louis Pasteur questioned those ideas, demanding evidence. Their experiments led to germ theory, saving countless lives. Questioning old assumptions drives progress. Imagine if nobody doubted the truths of their time. We'd still be bleeding patients to balance humors. Let's explore skepticism in education. Students are bombarded with information. Textbooks, teachers, online forums. It's easy to accept it all as fact, but questioning sharpens learning. When my niece was told in class that a historical figure was flawless, she asked, "What's the evidence? Did he ever make mistakes?" Her teacher was impressed, and the class dug into primary sources, uncovering a more complex story. That question turned a dull lesson into a lively debate. Skepticism applies to technology, too. A new app promises to revolutionize your life, track your habits, boost your mood. Sounds great, but pause. Ask, who made this? What data are they collecting? Are there reviews from real users? I downloaded a fitness tracker app once, hyped by influencers. Then I questioned its privacy policy. Turns out it was harvesting personal data to sell to advertisers. Deleting it was a smart move.
Even in friendships, skepticism has a place. A friend might share a wild story about a mutual acquaintance. Gossip spreads fast. Before you judge, ask, is this firsthand? Could there be another side? I once heard a friend was ghosting everyone. Instead of assuming the worst, I asked her directly. She was just overwhelmed with work. That question saved a friendship from a misunderstanding. Skepticism helps with mental health, too. We often react to our own thoughts as if they're facts. Feeling anxious? Your brain might say, I'm failing at everything. Question it. Is that true? What's going well? What evidence do I have? My therapist taught me this trick. When I spiraled about a work mistake, I listed what I'd done right. The doubt calmed my panic and gave me perspective. It's also a shield against groupthink. At a family gathering, everyone might pile on a trendy opinion, say a new diet or a political stance. It feels safe to agree, but questioning, why is this so popular? What's the other side? Keeps you independent. My uncle swore by a detox cleanse everyone raved about. I asked, what toxins? What's the science? A quick check showed it was mostly marketing. He skipped the cleanse and felt fine. Skepticism even plays a role in creativity. Artists and writers often face pressure to follow trends. Think viral TikTok dances or formulaic novels. But questioning, is this my style? Does this feel authentic? Leads to original work. A painter friend was told to go abstract because it was hot. She questioned it, stuck to her realistic style, and landed a gallery show. Doubt kept her true to herself. In travel, skepticism saves headaches. A deal on a vacation package might sound amazing. Cheap flights, luxury hotel. But ask, what's the catch? Are there hidden fees? What do reviews say? My brother booked a budget cruise that seemed perfect. Questioning the fine print revealed extra costs that doubled the price. He canceled and found a better trip. Let's dive into skepticism in community life. Neighborhood disputes often spark from rumors, like who's to blame for a local issue. I saw this when folks in my town got riled up about a dangerous new resident. The story spread like wildfire. I asked, has anyone met them? What's the evidence? Turns out the danger was just a misunderstanding about a loud car. Meeting the guy revealed he was a friendly mechanic. Questions cooled the tension. Skepticism also shapes how we handle advice. A colleague might push a life-changing book or seminar. Before you invest time or money, ask, what's the author's track record? Are there independent reviews? Does this fit my goals? I got roped into a success workshop once, hyped as transformative. A quick check showed the speaker had no credentials, just a knack for selling tickets. Doubting saved me hours and cash. It's useful in hobbies too. Take gardening. Someone might swear by a miracle fertilizer. Before you buy, ask, what's in it? Has it been tested? Do other gardeners back it? My friend dumped money on a growth booster that was just overpriced compost. A little research would have shown plain soil worked fine.
Skepticism applies to news consumption. A report might claim a crisis in your city. Your gut says, that's awful. But ask, what's the data? Are other outlets reporting this? What's the context? During a crime wave scare, I checked police stats. The wave was one incident, hyped up. Doubt kept me from panicking. Even in romance, skepticism has a role. Online dating profiles can dazzle, perfect photos, charming bios. But question, is this too polished? Are their claims consistent? Can I verify anything? A friend fell for a perfect match online only to find they'd lied about their job and life. Asking for a video chat early on could have saved her heartbreak. Skepticism helps with time management too. A new efficiency tool promises to streamline your day. Sounds tempting, but ask, does it suit my workflow? What do users say? Is it worth the learning curve? I tried a fancy app for scheduling, sold as a game changer. It was clunky and slowed me down. Questioning its value got me back to my simple calendar. It even applies to fitness. A gym buddy might hype a new workout as the best. Before you dive in, ask, is it backed by science? Does it fit my body's needs? What are the risks? I jumped into a trendy high-intensity routine and got injured. Checking with a trainer first would have shown it was too intense for my level. Skepticism isn't about being a contrarian who argues for argument's sake. It's about seeking clarity in a messy world. It's not saying nothing's true, but show me why it's true. It's a habit that grows stronger the more you use it. Start small. Question one news story, one ad, one impulse. Soon, it's second nature. The world throws opinions and demands at us constantly. Every day tests our ability to separate reality from fiction, fact from feeling. Choosing to question over reacting puts you in charge. It's like steering your ship through a stormy sea of information. It's tough, it takes effort, but the payoff is huge. A clear mind, calm heart, and true freedom to choose. Start questioning. You'll see a sharper, truer world.